For a week now, Janet has become the new brawler of the ring. During this time, she has earned more than $10,000, sent a lot of food to her sister, and is going to buy a house close to the ring in a month. Did I tell you the sister's name? Her name is Bonnie. Janet loves her very, very much, despite the fact that she often gets into trouble. If Janet had been an only child, she would definitely not have become a brawler, because everything she did was done for Bonnie. By the way, when Stu found out that Janet has a sister, he was very happy and wanted to see her, even though he is an ordinary robot, but inside he always wanted to have a daughter like Janet. He thought about adopting her, but so far he kept it all to himself and didn't tell anyone. Janet recently began to feel for her sister. She hadn't seen her for more than a week, but the girl didn't want to miss a day in the ring to earn the right amount for the house faster, so she continued to fight and go to the goal. In the only house in this forest, there was a lonely Bonnie. Here she is. You can immediately see that Janet's younger sister, she also wears a helmet like Janet because of the mental trauma received after the accident and the death of the parents. Due to the fact that her sister sold the TV and there was nothing else to do at home, out of boredom, Bonnie began to draw, and quite well she drew herself sitting in a cannon. The girl dreamed of such a really toy. She even gave the name of this cannon, Clyde. That was the name of a very famous criminal in general. Bonnie didn't die of boredom and from hunger too, because thanks of Janet, she has a full table of food that will last for a month. Bonnie literally lived the dream of Clyde and decided to send this drawing to her sister. Suddenly, she will be able to fulfill her dream. After a while, the brawler received the drawing and of course decided to ask for help from Mac. She showed her the drawing and she said that she couldn't deal with it alone, but with the help of other brawlers, they would be able to build such a gun. Janet asked to make a dummy and not a real weapon. Meg said everything would be fine. In connection with Bonnie's dream, Janet's plan changed and she decided to see her sister after all. The girl bought her a smartphone so that they could always keep in touch and waited for a response from Meg to visit her sister. Bonnie didn't know if Janet would be able to fulfill her dream, but fate didn't leave her, and lying on the couch, she thought only of Clyde. So a week later, Meg invited Janet to her home and showed what she and the brawlers could build. The girl liked the gun at first sight. Great, the smartphone is bought, the gun is ready, you can go to your sister. Out of boredom, Bonnie ate all the food that her sister sent and lay on the cold floor looking at one point, until she heard knocks on the door. Is that Janet? She came out and opened the door and saw Janet with that very cherished gun. Bonnie fainted from joy. The girl opened her eyes and saw Janet over her head. She immediately remembered about the Clyde and jumped off the couch. Here is her dream before her eyes. Bonnie hugged her sister tightly and thanked her for the gift. Janet said that's not all. She took out her smartphone and asked her sister to always answer her calls and always keep the phone with her. The phone? But why? Janet said not a word more. She will call her every day in a different way, and it can't be. Well, that's it. It's time for her to go to the arena. Janet hugged her sister once again and left the house. Dr. Edgar? He found her thanks to Janet. That's bastard. What are you going to do with an innocent sister?
It's time to get to work. Go, Sprout! Rico!
Bonnie was sitting next to Clyde and couldn't take her eyes off. She didn't believe that what she had imagined and drawn on paper now in reality belongs to her. Bonnie was scared. What? Who did it? Eco flew home and...
Obstruction.
The girl cracked with fear. Bonnie didn't lose her temper and hid in the cannon. They couldn't get her in any way. The doctor's tentacles didn't get to the end. Bonnie wanted to call her sister inside, but she left her phone on the couch. The doctor started destroying the whole house out of anger. Janet has already returned to the arena. She was insanely happy that she was able to please her sister. God, how angry she will be when she finds out what happened to Bonnie. The next day in the morning, Janet took her phone and called her sister, but no one picked up the phone. That's a naughty child. She told her 100 times to always pick up the phone. So Janet called her sister all day, but no one picked up the phone. She began to worry terribly. Did something really happen? Stu approached the girl and asked why she was sad. Janet shared her experiences with him.
So why are you sitting here? Go check if everything is fine with her. Do you want me to go with you?
Janet liked the idea of Stu. These words helped her a lot, and she decided that they would go together and check everything. When they came to the place, they saw that Janet's house was destroyed. Fear and anger simultaneously grabbed the girl. She rushed into the house and saw that there was neither Bonnie nor her gun. The brawler fell to the floor and didn't know what to do. Stu came and asked who knows about their house. She replied that no one. Stu thought who could cause such damage to the house and damn it down on him.
I'm not sure, but it looks very much like Dr. Edgar's handwriting.
Janet raised her head in anger. Dr. Edgar? She instantly flew into the air and headed to the arena to look for her sister.
Janet, wait for me! Don't do anything stupid!
Bonnie has been sitting in the cannon for 2 days. If the doctor wanted to kill her, he would have killed her a long time ago. But she is his trump card, and he will wait until she comes out of there. Janet flew at full speed to look for her sister. Tears welled up in the girl's eyes. She searched the entire arena, but there was not a single trace of Bonnie. The fuel in the jetpack was running out and she had to land. She fell to the ground without strength and just wanted to die. If something happened to Bonnie, her life would not have meaning. She is guilty of what happened. The doctor was watching her. There was no need to visit her sister, but nothing can change now. We need to do everything to find Bonnie. Days passed. The search for Bonnie was in vain. Janet had no idea where her sister was. She had lost any hopes. She no longer wanted to fight and was a member of the ring. She was going to say goodbye to everyone and leave the ring. The doctor was already tired of waiting for Bonnie to get out of the cannon. She's very persistent. He couldn't stand it anymore. Time is against him. The only way to get her out of there is Janet. He decided to go after her and told Rico and Sprout to watch the cannon. The doctor is gone. Bonnie couldn't sit there anymore. She was hungry and dehydrated. We need to get out of here urgently. She saw where Edgar came from. She needs to get there. Rico and Sprout had their backs turned. The girl quietly stuck her head out. During the time spent in the canyon, she realized that it was built so that it's possible to make a shot of herself. There is no other way out. Bonnie was prepared herself. She will shoot herself, after which she will run away from behind all her legs. She started counting down. 3, 2, 1. Rico and Sprout were intercepted. What happened? Bonnie ran as fast as she could. Sprout didn't know what happened at all. Rico flew after her, but when she came out of the basement, she didn't see anyone. She managed to hide somewhere. We need to tell Edgar everything. Bonnie was sitting behind a cactus. She lost her tooth during the shot. The girl was breathing fresh air and trying to gather her strength to go farther. Before she left, Janet wanted to talk to Stu to make a final decision. They met on the same street and Janet said she wanted to leave.
Why? Where? Janet, you are very dear to me, and I don't want you to leave. We will find your sister.
Hi, Janet.
Janet became angry hearing his voice. Oh, you freak!
Edgar?
Edgar grabbed her with a tentacle, but Janet was so angry that she turned on the satchel and broke out and hit Edgar. My god, she's the first brawler who could do any damage to Dr. Edgar. She didn't say.
Who the hell do you think you are? No one could touch me.
Janet said she wouldn't hesitate to kill him if he didn't tell her right away where Bonnie was. She barely walked and looked for her sister. She didn't eat for more than a week. She was saved by the fact that before she sat in the cannon, she ate all the food that was on the table. But there is no strength now. Bonnie fainted. The doctor said that Bonnie is very persistent. She is still sitting in the gun. No one could hide from him like she. If she touches him, the doctor will kill Bonnie. Janet rejoiced Bonnie is alive. Suddenly, Rico the Firely was flying here. The doctor wondered what he was doing here.
Doc, I have bad news. Bonnie has escaped.
We are leaving now.
Hearing this, Janet immediately flew into the air to find her sister. We need to find her sister faster than Edgar. Flying around the ring, she noticed a body on one street. Arriving there, Janet saw Bonnie. The girl hugged her exhausted sister and was grateful to God that she was alive. So the girl brought Bonnie home. You need to give her water and food. After 3 days, Bonnie got stronger and could already talk and move. She was sad because she left Clyde in the basement. We need to get him out of there. Was Janet surprised in the basement? There's probably this doctor there. We need to end him. Two sisters decided to follow Clyde. They were walking through the ring to that place when suddenly they heard sounds. Raising their heads, they saw Dr. Edgar. Edgar threw Clyde with all his strength and ran away from there. Bonnie was crying. What had he done? Janet told her not to get upset. Mac and other fighters will be able to return Clyde to his former appearance. And Edgar will answer for everything someday. The girl has succeeded. The last week has been hell for her. 3 days passed. Clyde was repaired. Bonnie was happy. Stu officially adopted his sisters. It was a landmark event in the robot's life. He is a father now. It's so cool! Janet wanted Bonnie to be always there. For this she needs to become a brawler. Tara helped them with this. With her magic forced Clyde to shoot her baby tooth. The one that Bonnie flew off during the escape. She went to the training base and shoved her abilities. The girl shot from a cannon and could also shoot super with herself and hit enemies herself, becoming faster. The Council of Brawlers was more surprised not by Bonnie's abilities, but by her age at which she showed it all. She became an epic brawler of the ring and became a member of the Stu show. Janet, Bonnie, and their adoptive father Stu.